Picture this. You're lying in bed, burrito wrapped in your duvet. It's late, the lights are out, and you've heroically put your phone away. And there's absolutely nothing dangerous in sight. No shadowy figures, no audit letters from the IRS. Just you and the quiet hum of the fridge. And yet, your heart is pounding like a hamster on a triple espresso bender. Your breath is shallow and you're sweating like you've just been asked to do public math. The feeling itself, this uninvited rave happening in your chest, is what truly terrifies you. You're not scared of a monster under the bed, no. You're scared of the one that just took over the DJ booth inside your ribcage. If that description just sent a shiver of horrified recognition down your spine, then please, stick with me. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on something I call the panic loop. It's that sneaky, self-perpetuating anxiety program that modern life installed on your brain without asking. But more importantly, we're going to talk about how to hit force quit and get your inner peace back.
Fear is not the enemy anymore. The fear of fear is.
You hear this phrase in therapy offices and probably whispered by people in the fetal position in the frozen food aisle. And for good reason, too. I mean, just look at Google Trends.
Searches for scared of anxiety have absolutely skyrocketed, tripling since 2010. It's a clear sign that our collective chill has left the building. Somewhere between push notifications, the pressure to have the perfect sourdough starter, and everyone else's suspiciously perfect beach vacations, our brains learned a new trick, treating the sensation of panic as the ultimate threat. It's not the spider that's the problem. It's the heebie-jeebies spider gives you. And the result? A vicious feedback loop that runs on its own fumes. What psychologists call Phobophobia, the fear of fear itself, or anxiety sensitivity. It's a fear of your own body's perfectly normal freakouts, because you're convinced that you're going to spontaneously combust. So tonight, we're going to name this beast, figure out what makes it tick, and then together, learn how to tell it to f*** off. The f*** did I just say? Welcome to Error 404. Mental health not found. I need to learn to watch my f***ing language. Let's try an analogy. Imagine your smoke detector is a drama queen. It shrieks at full volume every single time you preheat the oven. And it just won't stop. Not because there's a fight, but because you're making toast. And it finds the concept of slightly burnt bread deeply offensive. Now, you'd probably climb on a chair and perform a batteryectomy, right? Now, imagine you can't reach it. That shrill, piercing alarm just keeps screaming. So what happens next? Pretty soon you're avoiding toast, and then you start giving your entire kitchen the silent treatment. And before you know it, you're eating cold cereal for every meal, weeping softly, just to escape the noise.
And that, my friends, is the panic loop. A false alarm that you start believing, internalizing, and then redecorating your entire life around. Here's the play-by-play. You experience first fear. Maybe it's a racing heartbeat before a Zoom call where you know you have to speak. This is normal. Your body is just doing its uh-oh thing. But then comes the second fear. This is the director's commentary we add. It's the internal monologue that screams, "Oh no, my heart is doing the thing. What if I forget how to speak English? What if I pass out and my cat posts it on TikTok? What if everyone sees that I'm sweating through my shirt?" This second fear, this catastrophic fan fiction, is the gasoline on the fire. It's what turns a normal bodily sensation into a 5-alarm emergency. And what do we do in an emergency? We run, we avoid, we cancel the Zoom call, flee the crowded store, or frantically scroll through dog videos to distract from the racing heart. And each time we do, our brain makes a note. It says, "Whew, that was close. We almost got eaten by a saber-tooth Outlook calendar invite." This reinforces the idea that the situation or the feeling was genuinely life-threatening. So the next time, the alarm comes faster and louder.
Modern life, with its endless news alerts and pressure to be crushing it, keeps poking the bear. It's like the smoke detector never gets a chance to reset. And after a while, you're not just avoiding the Zoom call, you're avoiding the possibility of the weird feeling that might show up. You're not just avoiding toast, you're avoiding the whole concept of breakfast. That is the loop. It's sneaky, it's self-sustaining, and it's exhausting. Now, our grandparents had plenty to worry about. Actual wars, plagues, figuring out how to make a single potato feed a family of 8. These were tangible threats. Today, we worry about all of that, plus a 24-hour news cycle that's basically a professional worrying machine telling us how much worse everything could get at any second. It's an information fire hose, and it's pointed directly at our nervous system. Think of it. Your brain's amygdala, that ancient paranoid alarm system, can't tell the difference between a real tiger and a nasty comment on your Instagram post. Both just register as danger, the tribe is rejecting us, in its tiny, primitive little brain. And on top of this, we're piling on sleep debt. And studies show that one night of bad sleep can make your amygdala as reactive as a startled cat. We're fueling ourselves with weird ultra-processed foods that our gut bacteria look at with confusion, and we're glued to our phones, checking them on average 96 times a day, which is basically 96 tiny injections of what if. Our nervous system is stuck in neutral, but revving at 4,000 RPM. This chronic stress keeps our cortisol levels sky high, and high cortisol acts like a volume knob for all your internal body feelings. Your heart rate, that weird stomach gurgle, everything. It's like turning the sensitivity on your drama queen smoke detector all the way up to paranoid. A 2022 meta-analysis in Nature Mental Health found that modern adults have twice the baseline startle response compared to people in the 1980s. Our biological hardware is the same, but our software is running a million buggy programs all at once. We're living in a world that's constantly pushing our threat response and leaving us feeling like we're perpetually bracing for impact.
Like the outfit change? Now it's time to change your perspective. Psychologists call it anxiety sensitivity, but on the street, we should call it what it actually is: phobophobia, the fear of being scared. It's not a flashy diagnosis, but it's the secret ingredient to about 60% of panic disorder cases. That's a huge number of people running from their own feelings. The core belief is simple, yet terrifying. If I let this feeling happen, it will swallow me whole. Something awful will occur. So, what do we do when we think something is about to swallow us whole? We fight back. We try to suppress it. We wrestle it to the ground, try and stuff it in the closet. The cruel joke here, trying to stay safe is what cranks the danger up to 11. Resisting the feeling is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it's going to shoot up and smack you in the face. It's why so many first-timers end up in the ER, absolutely convinced they're having a heart attack. All the tests come back clean because physically, they're fine. But in their brain's logbook, the event is recorded as that time we almost exploded for no reason. With each episode, the panic loop gets promoted to CEO. The person's world starts to shrink. Elevators become death traps. Highways become too open. Grocery stores are too grocery-y. The disorder hides in plain sight, masquerading as a quirky personality trait. Oh, I'm just a homebody, or crowds just aren't my thing. It's actually not a preference. It's a prison you built yourself with the fear of fear as the warden. So, I want to pause here for just a minute. If any of this is hitting a little too close to home, if you're nodding along so hard you might get whiplash, do me a favor. Obliterate that subscribe button. Seriously, show it who's boss. My passion has become making videos translating complex psychology into street-level tactics you can use to make your brain a nicer place to live. And the best part? It's free. This is my attempt to game the algorithm, to make sure that helpful, reality-based content can outrun all the fear-mongering nonsense. Subscribing doesn't just tell YouTube you want more calm in your life. It tells your brain that you're choosing to take charge. You're choosing to be the pilot, not just the passenger on the Anxiety Express. So, join the community, and let's get you a remote control for that internal alarm system. Okay, so let's peek under the hood of your brain. No PhD required. There are three main characters running this circus: your amygdala, your prefrontal cortex, and your insula. Think of them as a really terrible internal work group project. Now, first you have the amygdala. This is your brain's bouncer, a tiny almond-shaped goon that sees a threat and immediately starts flipping tables, smashing chairs, and hitting the big red panic button that floods your system with stress hormones. It acts before you even know what's happening. Next, the prefrontal cortex, or PFC. This is supposed to be the brain's manager, the adult in the room, as it were. It's meant to stroll in and say, "Easy there, amygdala, that's just a weird-looking squirrel and not a demon. Everybody stand down." But under chronic stress, this manager has gone on an indefinite vacation. It's tired, it's overwhelmed, and its ability to tell the amygdala to take a 5-minute break is completely shot. Finally, the insula. This is your internal body scanner, the hall monitor of your organs. It's just supposed to check things out, but When you're scared of fear, the insula puts every single heartbeat under a microscope, convinced it's found evidence of a vast conspiracy. It misinterprets a tiny 5% blip in your heart rate as a 95% certainty that the world is ending. Functional MRI studies have shown this trio, the bouncer, the absent manager, and the paranoid hall monitor, lighting up like a Christmas tree in people with phobophobia. They light up even when the subjects are told the stimulus is harmless. In plain English, your brain believes its own gossip more than it believes reality. It's trapped in a self-fulfilling prophecy of panic. But here's the good news. Your brain is not made of stone. It's more like Play-Doh. The more you use a neural pathway, the stronger it gets. This means we can absolutely write some new code, but we have to stop running the old, buggy software by avoiding everything. Every time you dodge something out of fear, you're just reinforcing a faulty program. It's time to start installing some updates. We all do it. Fear pops up, and our first instinct is to play hide and seek. But these little tricks are actually digging the hole deeper. So, here are the most common ones that you need to quit. Number 1 is safety signals. This is carrying around your emotional support water bottle, your lucky mints, or a specific crystal if you're that kind of horrible person. You tell yourself, as long as you have your thing, you'll be fine. The problem? Your brain learns, I only survived that meeting because I had my bottle. Forget it next time? And your brain declares a state of emergency. You become dependent on these crutches, and your world shrinks to only places where you can bring them. Number 2 is going to be reassurance mining. This is the endless quest to have somebody tell you that you're not dying. It's compulsively Googling your symptoms. Tingly pinky finger, what does it mean? Or texting your friend, I feel weird, am I okay? Be honest. Seeking support is great, but this is different. It's a frantic hunt for a certainty that doesn't exist. The relief lasts for about 5 seconds before the anxiety comes back, demanding more proof. It teaches your brain that you can't be trusted. Number 3 is schedule shrinking. This is when you start curating your life like a museum exhibit to avoid triggers. You only take meetings after 10 a.m. to calm down. You turn down invitations because you're suddenly really into staying in. You quit a job because it feels too people-y. Your world gets cozier and cozier until it's the size of a shoebox. This feels safe, but it's actually a surrender. It confirms to your brain that the world is, in fact, a terrifying death gauntlet. And number 4 is information binge watching. You consume every anxiety podcast, book, and TED Talk, convinced that if you just learn the one magic fact, the anxiety will vanish. You become a scholar of your own neurosis, but learning can become another form of avoidance. You're not doing anything different. You're just researching. It's like trying to learn how to swim by reading about water. It just keeps you mentally busy while you continue to avoid the pool. Each of these tricks gives you a tiny hit of relief, but it strengthens the fear in the long run. To break the loop, you have to start gently taking away the crutches. It's uncomfortable, but it's the only path out of the hamster wheel. Now here's where things get weird, and I'm talking putting pineapple on your pizza weird. My favorite kind of weird, for the record. The most powerful yet completely bonkers fix for the panic loop is this. Wanting the feeling makes it go away. Yes, you heard me. Instead of desperately hoping it doesn't get worse, you pivot. You stare your anxiety down and you say, "Is that all you've got? Come on, you overgrown fire alarm. Give me the full experience. Razzle dazzle me." This isn't masochism. It's a psychological judo flip. When you genuinely welcome the sensation, you disarm the second fear, the fear of fear itself. By embracing the physical feeling, you're essentially telling your body, "Okay, do your little song and dance. I'm not scared of you." The panic loses its power because the threat is gone. Acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, calls this willingness. It's not about liking it, it's about being willing to feel it. Think of a roller coaster. If you clench every muscle and brace for the drop, it's pure terror. But if you throw your hands up and scream in delight, well, the physical sensations are actually identical. Racing heart, stomach in your throat, but your relationship to them is totally different. One is a threat. The other is a thrill. Your job is to practice this flip in tiny moments. Stuck in traffic? Instead of fuming, lean into the impatience. Welcome it. That email notification that makes your shoulders tense up? Notice it and let it be there. These little reps build new pathways in your brain. You're teaching it that uncomfortable feelings are really just visitors. They're not assassins. It's a massive shift from resistance to acceptance, from fear to freedom. All right, let's get practical. So how do you actually do this stuff? Well, here are 3 tools you can use to start disarming that internal alarm tonight. Tool number 1, Name It to Tame It 2.0. When the anxiety wave hits, don't just say, "I'm anxious." Get granular. Be a connoisseur of your own discomfort. It's a zesty tingling in the hands, a dull pressure in the chest, 5 out of 10, a vague sensation of impending doom with notes of burnt toast. Labeling the specific sensations has been shown to calm down your amygdala. You're moving from panicked participant to curious observer, and that alone takes the edge off. Tool number 2, you've actually heard me use in previous episodes, but we're going to add something to it. So tool number 2 is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus method. This is a classic grounding technique, but on steroids. When your mind is spinning, pull it back to reality by engaging your senses. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Here's the plus part. After you name each one, add the phrase, "and I am safe." So, it's, "I see the lamp, and I am safe. I feel the chair, and I am safe. I hear the low hum of my impending irrelevance, and I am safe." This little tag tells your brain to file this moment under "not a tiger." It actively recalibrates your alarm system. And tool number 3, one avoidance diet. This is where the rubber meets the road. Pick just one small thing that you've been avoiding because of anxiety. Maybe it's making a phone call or walking into a specific store. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to just do it. But here's the key. Just do it for 10 minutes or until your anxiety peaks and then drops by half. The goal isn't to feel zero anxiety. It's to teach your brain that the feeling comes and then it goes. And you don't explode. Repeat that same activity the next day, and by day 3, your brain oftentimes gets bored and updates its threat prediction to, okay, fine, phone calls are annoying, but not lethal. It's a gentle, systematic way to prove to your brain that it's a terrible fortune teller. Now, breaking the loop is a process, not a single event. You have to create a life where anxiety struggles to pay the rent. So, how do you do that? Well, these are the boring yet essential pillars to help make your anxiety go bankrupt. First up, sleep. This is your number one weapon. Every hour of sleep you lose increases your next day amygdala reactivity by about 15%. That means you're literally 15% more likely to think your boss's email is a declaration of war. Get 7 to 9 hours. It's not a luxury, it's medicine. And next we have caffeine. For anxious brains, caffeine is like a hype man for your panic. It has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, so that 3 p.m. coffee is still throwing a party in your nervous system at bedtime. Try a strict 2 p.m. cutoff, or even earlier if you have to. Your future self will thank you.
Yeah. And then there's movement. You don't need to run a marathon. Just 20 minutes of brisk walking or light exercise can drop your tension levels by 25%. Movement burns off stress hormones. Think of it as taking your amygdala for a walk. And then there's digital hygiene. Set some boundaries with your Set some boundaries with your phone. Create one screen-free block of time every day. The first hour of the day or the last hour before bed. Give your nervous system a chance to remember how to exist without constant input. Sorry. Let it get bored. Boredom is where self-regulation is born. And finally, we have social play. Real, genuine laughter and connection with other humans releases your body's natural painkillers, which literally mutes the brain's threat circuits. Go be goofy with somebody you love. It's not a waste of time. It's a biological necessity. Oh my God. Stack these habits and the panic loop will slowly starve. You're building a new foundation, one where fear can't find a foothold. So look, these tools are great, but sometimes the panic loop has dug in like a stubborn tick. If you find that you can't work, you can't leave your house, or you can't be the person that you want to be, it's time to call in a professional. Find a therapist who specializes in anxiety, particularly one trained in exposure therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, or EMDR. These are the special forces of anxiety treatment. Exposure therapy is all about gently and safely proving to your brain that the things it's scared of aren't actually going to kill you. ACT, as we talked about, helps you accept the weird feelings and live your life anyways. And medication can also be a useful bridge. For some people, it can turn the volume of the anxiety down from a 10 to a 6, making it possible to actually do the therapeutic work. Studies show that combining SSRIs with therapy can dramatically cut relapse rates. Now, it's not a magic pill, it's a tool to help you build a ladder out of the pit. And get this, virtual reality exposure therapy is a real thing. You can practice being in a crowded subway or on a high balcony, all while wearing slippers in the comfort of your living room. It's a game changer. The bottom line is this: asking for help isn't weakness. It's a sign of profound courage. It's you recognizing there's a bug in your software and proactively finding the best engineer to help you fix it. It's an investment in yourself, and there is zero shame in that. So let's wrap this mofo up. The panic loop isn't a personal flaw. It's a bug in our collective modern software that our ancient biology hasn't patched yet. Our society sells us the idea that we should never feel uncomfortable, and then it acts surprised when our internal alarms are constantly screaming. But here's where you take your power back. You break the loop not by outrunning the discomfort, but by turning around and walking straight into it. You dismantle it by choosing to lean in, to get curious, and redefine your relationship with those wacky sensations. So the next time your heart does its little tap dance, don't fight it. Greet it like a weird but ultimately harmless relative who just showed up unannounced. Uncle Jitters, you again. Come on in, don't mind the mess. The moment you stop fearing the fear, the cycle loses its power source. You. It only thrives on your resistance. When you stop feeding it, it starves. So keep practicing, keep building better habits, and as always, remember, courage is not the absence of panic. It's the decision that your life is more important than any alarm your brain might be trying to sound. You've got this. Now get out there and take over the world. And remember, life is just a movie. And our minds, well, they're the twist we never saw coming. Bye.